me again. We're going to talk about writing this morning. So this week in school, we are learning about something called procedural writing. Procedural writing is when you tell someone or you write someone instructions of how to do something. And I've got some procedural writing examples here to show you. One of them is a cookbook. This cookbook is only about pizza. So this one is just about pizza. And if you open it up, it has a picture of the kind of pizza, and then it tells you the instructions on how to make the pizza. It tells you everything you need. It tells you what setting to put the oven on. It tells you how to cook it. It tells you every single thing. Now I want to ask you a question. If they left out one of the pieces of the recipe, do you think you would have the right recipe? Do you think it would turn out right? Probably not, right? If they left out an ingredient or left out a step and forgot to tell you to cook it or something like that, then your pizza would not turn out right. Let's look at another one. This one has a dessert pizza. This one has apples and caramel and nuts on top, and it tells you all the directions, all the pieces you need, all the parts you need, what temperature to put it on, how to do the cookie dough, all of that. But if it left out a step, you wouldn't be able to make the pizza the right way. It wouldn't turn out right. Another type of procedural I have is Legos. This is a book that tells you how to make a certain Lego set. This is one that Bailey got for her birthday with her birthday money. So she picked this out, and you look at the front, it tells you what it's going to look like when you're done. And then if you open it up, it tells you that you can look online for some help. And then it starts right here on number 1. So it tells you go to bag number 1 and you get out these things right here, and it tells you exactly how to put it together. It says step 1, step 2, and there's your bike. And then you're making this other thing down here. Step 1, step 2, and in this little box it tells you you need this many of these, you need this many of these. It tells you everything to do, and it shows you, I dropped something, shows you in order what steps to take in order to make the part of the Lego. So if it left out some of the instructions in here, would your Lego turn out right? No, it wouldn't. If it left out some of the parts, then your Lego would not turn out looking like it says on the cover. This one is some instructions. These aren't as fun to look at because it's just plain black and white, but it still tells you, this is a game called Trouble. This is a board game that we have, and it tells you step 1, step 2, it says how to set up the game, how to play, it tells you what all the different little things mean, it tells you every single thing. And if it didn't tell you every single step, would you know how to win the game? No, you wouldn't know how to play, you wouldn't know how to win, it wouldn't be any fun. And the last one, this is a game that I actually have up at school that we can play sometime now that we're further into the year and we're ready to do that. This is called Monopoly Junior. And this, they made it all nice in color. They made it look like a little book, sort of like the Trouble one and the Lego Friends one. And it shows all the game pieces here. And it tells you the point of the game, like what are you supposed to do. Let's see, it shows you pictures of the cards, pictures of the game board, the different things. And it tells you how to play right there. How to play. The youngest player starts first. Number 1, it says the youngest player starts first. Number 2, roll the dice and move your token that many spaces around the board. Number 3, where did you land? Read the square that you landed on and do whatever it tells you to do. Number 4, it says turn over for information on the other spaces. So number 4 says turn the page here. And then it tells you how to win. It says if you don't have enough money to buy anything, if you run out of money, the game is over. And everyone counts their money that they've got, and whoever has the most wins. So it tells you every single thing that you need to know in order to play this game. So here's what we're going to do for writing this week. And you don't have to do this all today, but you could do one today and then show it to me, and then maybe you could add some more detail tomorrow. We can kind of play with it and do some different things. But let me show you what we're going to do for writing. if I was gonna say, how to play my favorite game, then I would do this. I would say first, ooh, that's squeaky, isn't it? All right, I would say first, and I would talk about, I'm gonna change colors because that's not showing up very good. First, I'm gonna talk about Uno. First, you get 7 cards for each player. Okay, so you gotta tell them what to do first or else they're not gonna know. I'm gonna move these so we can see better. All right, first you get 7 cards for each player. Next, let's see, we need to figure out who goes first, right? Next, you figure out who is youngest, so they can go first. And then I'll say, then the first player puts down, I'm running out of room, puts down a matching card, and then I'm going to say last, so people know what to do to win. Last, I'm going to say last, the player, technical difficulties. All right, last, the player with 0 cards wins. There we go. All right, fix that later. Okay, so if I left out any of the steps, then you wouldn't be able to play the whole Uno game. You wouldn't know how to win. And there are some more steps probably that I could have put. So tomorrow, if I got my paper back out and I looked at it, I could say, you know, I could add some more to this. And there's some different ways you can do this. You can just write it on any old piece of paper. You could maybe take a couple pieces of paper and make a page for each of your steps, and you can add pictures and color and stuff like that. It's your project. You do it however you want to, okay? So I want you to think about your favorite game. Think about your favorite game or your favorite toy to put together, your favorite puzzle, something you do with your hands, anything like that. It doesn't even have to be a game. It can be whatever you want to, something you like to do, and I want you to write down in a book or a piece of paper or something, tell me how to do it, and then send it to me on Seesaw, on Facebook, however your parents are able to do that. Send it to me. They can take a picture, they can take a video of you, whatever you want to do, and send it to me so I can take a look at it, and then I'll comment back and tell you what I think about it. All right? See you next time.